loves, it's Sam. Today I'm going to do my Sephora Spring Savings Event recommendations, must-haves, favorites. This is all makeup. So I'm going to be doing a separate video for body and fragrance, but today is just going to be makeup. I'm going to link everything either here in this section or in the description box. If it's not up here, check the description box. If it's not in the description box, check up here. If it's not linked, it's sold out. But everything will be linked so that you guys can shop these. The sale ends on, let me find the dates for you guys because I don't actually know. Sephora collection is 30% off through the 21st. Rouge is, it started on the 14th, it ends the 24th is when it ends. VIB starts on the 18th and ends on the 24th, and the Insider starts on the 18th and ends the 24th. So VIB is 15% off, Insider is 10% off, Rouge is 20% off, Sephora collection is 30% off, and you can use the code SAVE now. I do have a coupon code for these extensions. You guys are 24 inches. So long. They're so long, they're to my belly button. They're past my belly button. They blend pretty well. These are by Irresistible Me, and I have a coupon code for you guys. I literally am obsessed. Now I'm like, why don't I have extensions full time? Because I just feel like such a mermaid goddess. These ones, I don't know what color I got. I can try and look it up on my email and see what was the actual shade that I got, but they're clip-ins. They come as like, they're just in a big tube and you get so much hair. I still have 3 pieces of hair that I didn't put in my head because my head's not big enough for it. But they come with this one big weft that's like extra thick that you can actually buy separately if you just want to buy that weft just for a little added volume and not necessarily length. You can buy that one separately. I have it in the middle of my hair. It's like right here, and it makes so much, like it adds so much fullness to the hair. But these are the 24-inch ones, so these are the longest ones that you can get, and I'm basically obsessed with them, and I'm never going to take them out of my hair. This is the life I'm supposed to have. I'm supposed to be super thick. Like, I'm supposed to have super thick, long mermaid hair. I'm just feeling so good. I got on FaceTime with Jay and he's like, oh my gosh. I was like, I know. Anyway, so I will link these for you guys because I'm pretty sure I'm going to get questions about them. So I'm just going to tell you right now, I have a coupon code. It's going to save you guys 10% off. I'll put it right here. It is IM_Sam10, I think. But I'll put it in the description box and I'll put it right here. And that's going to save you guys 10% off of these fabulous extensions. But they're just clip-ins. Seriously. Pop them in, curl them up, boom, you're good to go. I'll have my necklaces linked because I know where I got those from. And I think that's everything. So let's go ahead and get into my Sephora must-haves for the sale. I hope that you guys enjoy. I do have stuff linked on my Like to Know It as well, as far as like new products that they've come out with or like things that are on my wish list, what's in my cart, that kind of stuff. So be sure to go and check that out on my Like to Know It. I'll leave it in the description box below. Very first thing we're gonna do is primers. So I have 3 altogether that I would recommend from Sephora, and they're all slightly different. So if you have really super duper oily skin, this is the one you're gonna wanna go with. This is the Milk Makeup Pore Eclipse Mattifying Primer. The reason I like this one is because it really does help to blur the pores, kind of smooths everything out, but it's amazing at oil control. I wore it the other day with this. I've literally never been so matte in my life. This was actually a little bit much. I was like, dang, I think I sprayed too many sprays. I think you're actually supposed to spray like only 1 or 2, and I forgot until I went to town, and it's almost like spraying a powder on your face. It's super duper duper mattifying. So if you have any kind of shine, it immediately takes it away. So it's like an instant like shine remover, but it's my makeup lasted so well. It was so matte all day. I did not even have shine at all. I'd never had shine with this little combo. So if you're super oily, that's definitely the combo to go with. But if you're dry, I would not go with that combo because you could definitely look really dry. Like it's almost too much. It was almost too much for me. I was like, oh, but I think if I just did 1 to 2 sprays, it would be better. And then if you're looking for something that's nice and grippy, it's sticky, it's tacky, this is really great. And I think this would work for any skin type. I think whether you're dry, normal, combo, or oily, you could benefit from this. And it really is just a really good grip to have your makeup stick. It's not as great as the oil control, as the Milk Pore Eclipse one, but it is a really good primer for like pretty much every single person. Unless you're super duper oily, then I would go with the one in the black tube. And then if you're looking for like a really good illuminating primer, this one is super beautiful. So I think this would be great for people with dry skin, normal skin. I would say if your combo, probably just do it like in the high points of your face, kind of like in that area, or on your chest. And if you're oily, don't put it on your face, just put it on your chest. You're gonna look so beautiful. I'll put it on my hand just so you guys can see what it looks like, because it's kind of pearlescent and it just like illuminates the skin so well. But what's really beautiful is once you go out in the sun, you guys can see the difference. It has these tiny, 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 tiny little sparkles, and it's so pretty when you put it on your chest, put it on your shoulders. It is just so beautiful. I don't think there's a scent to it, but it's a really beautiful illuminating primer if you're not oily. I would never put that all over my face because it's just too much, but I love putting it on my chest. It's really pretty for that. You could also just put it kind of like underneath the eyes, and that would really illuminate your under eye as well. Actually, why don't I do that? I really need to do that. That's a good idea. There are 3 foundations that I would specifically recommend if you have oily skin. I am just gonna, oh, you know what? There's another one I really like as well. I'm gonna share my absolute favorite first. You guys know, Very Valentino Light Lasting Foundation is my go-to. It's what I'm wearing today. It's a little bit light for me at the moment because I got some real sun color because I went to the beach 3 times last week. And then do you wanna know what happened? It snowed 3 inches this morning. But I do have a little bit of my own natural color, and when I tan, I get a little bit more of that reddish kind of like, like that rich red color. So it's a little bit off for me at the moment. I think I need to order a couple of different shades just to play with that have a little bit more of that warmth, because this is a neutral and honestly it pulls a little bit yellow on me. This is my favorite foundation. If you're oily, if you're dry, if you're normal, anybody will love this foundation. It's lightweight but full coverage. It looks like skin, but it covers everything you need to cover. It just makes your skin look so beautiful. Like, I just cannot say enough good things about this foundation. It's a little pricey, so get it in the sale while you can, because I think it's around $50 or $60. It's kind of up there, but it's absolutely worth every single penny. So beautiful. I would recommend if you're getting married, if you're going to a wedding, if you're going to be in any kind of event, if you're going back to your school. I have my 20-year high school reunion is this year. My friend's like, are you gonna go? And I was like, I'm not gonna go by myself. Like, those people were not nice to me in high school. But she's like, well, I'm not gonna go by myself either. And I was like, look, if you want to go, I'll go with you, but it's not something that I'm like jumping for joy to go to. I did not go to my 10-year. I like have a very, very, very small circle of people that I talk to and that I'm friends with, and I see them regularly and I talk to them regularly. So I don't know, I just feel like for me it's not something that I'm like super pumped to do or go to, but I told my friend if she wants me to go with her, I will go with her. We will, I'm not really sure. Anyway, if you're going to your back to school reunion, wear this foundation. Anywhere you want to look good, wear this foundation. I promise you, you're going to love it. I apply it with a sponge. It's just, your skin just looks amazing. Makeup Forever HD Skin, also another really great foundation, a little bit better price point. It's another one that's really good for oily skin, but I think it's not as good for oily skin as the Valentino or as the Estee Lauder, but still a really beautiful foundation. And I think if you have like normal skin, combo skin, you can still wear it if you're oily. It was one of my favorites for months before I found the Valentino, but now that I have the Valentino, I think the Valentino just wears a little bit better on my face. So we want things that wear better. Estee Lauder, if you want to look perfect all day long, if you don't want to be oily, if you don't want to look like your makeup's coming apart, if you want it to last all day long, if you're going on a long flight, if you just need your makeup to last for a super duper long time, Estee Lauder Double Wear will always be the winner. And it's amazing for oily skin. It's the best at controlling your oil that I have in here in this video for oil control. If you're super oily, Estee Lauder is always going to be the winner. It's a little heavier though. Valentino looks more skin-like, so, but it's still a really beautiful foundation if you don't put too much on, if you do a sheer layer. I've heard that the Estee Lauder double, or what's it called, Estee Lauder Double Wear Sheer, Makeup by Ariel said that he uses that a lot. So I'm actually gonna grab that one and try it, but this one is really beautiful. I also really love this one. This is another really beautiful foundation that lasts all day, that looks really beautiful on the skin. I do have a TikTok wear test on all of these foundations, so go and check them out. I'll try and link them in the description box if I remember. This is the Lancome Teint Idole Ultra Wear Care and Glow. So this one is actually not the matte one. They do have a matte version. I have not tried it, but this one lasted really, really well on my skin. It looked super beautiful. It looked skin-like. It lasted really well. And it's got SPF 27 in it, so a really great summer foundation. I have the color 335W, and it's just I keep on forgetting about all these foundations, and then I just like wear Valentino every day because like once I find something that I love, it's like food. If I find something I like, I just eat it every single day, and then I don't venture off. And then like months later, I'm like, God, I've really been eating the same thing over and over, but that's what I do. Sorry, my battery just died. So this one is actually really beautiful. I wouldn't recommend it if you have really oily skin. I don't think it's gonna be something that you can wear all day long and be like, dang, I look amazing. It was very skin-like. It was really, really pretty. However, it definitely got oily on me. So I would say mixing it with something like Estee Lauder Double Wear or the Makeup Forever, or maybe even the Lancome, so that you get a little bit more longevity, but it is really pretty on the skin. The skin looks super youthful, super beautiful, super glowy. It was just a really pretty foundation, and I keep forgetting to like use it again because, you know, I just have so many, but it is really, really pretty. Safeway is telling me something. It's nothing exciting. So I would say if you're normal, dry combo, you would love this foundation. If you're oily, might not be the best, but maybe mix it with something that's a little bit more mattifying and you might get better luck. Or pair this with the Milk Makeup Pore Eclipse setting powder, or I'm sorry, setting spray and primer, and you'd probably get a lot better wear, but it is a really pretty foundation. I have the color Medium Tan Neutral Olive 260. I think I actually need a little bit of a warmer color, especially now. This looks really light for me, so I think that was my color when I was like a little bit more pale. But I have real tan now. Woo! We're moving on to concealers. So if you're looking for something that's very, very, very lightweight, and you just are almost like no makeup day, and you're like, oh, I just need a little something, this is pretty. It's the Rare Beauty, what's it called? I don't know, it looks like this one. It's the, I'm sorry, but who can read this? This is so tiny. I think it's called the Under Eye Brightener. I have the color Light. It's got a metal little tip. It's quite relaxing, actually, like kind of soothing, but it's very, very, very thin. It basically just kind of brightens the under eye. It's super duper lightweight. It's not gonna conceal, but it is just gonna be a little brightness that you could put underneath your foundation, or if you're wearing just a tinted moisturizer, just to kind of brighten up the under eye just a little tiny bit. That one's a good one. I don't reach for it often because I need a little bit more, but it is a really pretty one if you're just looking for just a little, if you're like more of a natural person, that's probably a really nice one. This one I've been wearing, I have it on today. I've been wearing it every single time I do my makeup. It's the Valentino, Very Valentino Concealer in the color Light R2. So this one has a little bit more coverage. It's got a nice wand. It's kind of like, this one is still very, very lightweight, very nice formula. It's a little bit more coverage than the, what am I trying to say here? Than the Rare Beauty. So you can see there's a little bit more coverage there. That one's really, really sheer. This one's a really nice like pinky kind of undertone, so it really helps to brighten up underneath the eye. It doesn't settle into fine lines and wrinkles. It makes your under eye look really nice and youthful. It's lightweight. It does provide a decent amount of coverage. I need a little bit more coverage because I like that kind of like concealed under eye, so I mix it with the e.l.f. Camo Concealer, but it would be, I've used it alone as well, and it's really pretty. I just feel like I need a little bit more. So if you are more mature, I think you'd really like this one because it's very lightweight. It doesn't settle into the fine lines and wrinkles. It doesn't cake up and look heavy underneath there, but it does give you just enough coverage. I just need, it's not that I need, it's just that I'm so used to having like a really bright under eye, so I really just use the e.l.f. one just for that little added concealer coverage and a little added brightness. But this one is super, super pretty. A lot of people would like this one. You guys know Givenchy Prisme Libre is my absolute favorite. I've got the color number 3 Rose. I think I might order the one up because I'm getting a little bit tanner nowadays. I just did a spray tan and I got a real color because I went to the beach. I felt like it was almost a little bit too light on this part of my face. So I need to get one shade darker just to, I don't know. I'm gonna try it. We'll see. It might be a mistake, but that one's my favorite. I bake my whole face with it. I put it all over my face. It blurs my pores. It fills in my fine lines and wrinkles. It fills in my acne scars. It makes my face look like I've had some kind of filter or facelift. It just like, it smooths all of the crevices. So I absolutely love it. It's amazing. It just looks like I have a filter on my face, and it's so, so pretty. Like, I just absolutely love the way it looks. As soon as I put my powder on, I'm like, there you are. I missed you, friend, because it just makes me look just put together. And then I have 2 pressed powders that I would recommend if you're more of a pressed powder person. Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish in number 2. And then I also have the Giorgio Armani in number 2. And these are both just a really nice setting powder that's pressed. I feel like they both add just a weeny bit of coverage, just enough to where you're like, oh, okay, cool. If you just need to like kind of bump it up a little bit, these are really, really good. And if you're looking for just a nice translucent loose setting powder, the Givenchy for me is not as sheer as these. So when I'm doing like more of a natural makeup, like if I'm just doing my Purlisse BB cream or a tinted moisturizer, and I just want something that's just gonna kind of take away the oil or the shine, but it's not necessarily going to do what the Givenchy does, these ones are really pretty. One is cruelty-free, one is not. The NARS, what's it called? Translucent Crystal Light Reflecting Setting Powder is not cruelty-free. I was doing like a cruelty-free series where I was sharing like cruelty-free products, and so I found this as a dupe for this. This one is the Tarte Smooth Operator Amazonian Clay Finishing Powder. They're literally the exact same formula. One is just cruelty-free and one isn't, but they're really nice at blurring and kind of smoothing out the skin, but not putting too, it's not like there's no coverage at all. It just kind of takes away the shine, kind of blurs the skin a little bit, but it's not going to do any kind of brightness. It doesn't do what the Givenchy does. So I use the Givenchy more often, but when I'm doing a natural makeup, then I use the Tarte or the NARS, and it just kind of like helps my T-zone out just a little bit and kind of smooths everything out. Then we're gonna move on to, I have no bronzers from Sephora that I like. I have no contour colors. I have tried so many different ones. They always look muddy or ashy on me. I don't know what's wrong with me. It's just not the vibe. So I've not one single bronzer to recommend from Sephora, but I do have highlighters and I do have a lot of blushes. So my favorite highlighter is Laura Mercier Celestial Light. It's on my face right now. It is so beautiful. I use it pretty much every single time I do my makeup. There is not anything out there like this, in my opinion. It's super duper finely milled. It blends and kind of melts into the skin and almost looks dewy, but it's a powder. And you can take it all the way underneath your eyes for a little bit of brightness and kind of shimmer when you go out in the sun without it looking heavy, cakey, yucky, show texture. It doesn't enhance texture in any way. It is the absolute best highlighter in the universe. It's just so pretty. It's so finely milled, and you'll watch as I blend it out. When you feel it, you'll be able to feel it's kind of blurring as well, but it just, look at that. It almost looks wet on the skin. It's just melted into the skin and it just beams. It's just, there is nothing like it. There is literally nothing like it out there. It's the absolute best highlighter. I will never stop loving it. As we're talking about highlighters, I might as well just go on to highlighters and then we'll go on to blushes. So I have numerous highlighters that I love from Sephora as far as sparkles, the sparkles go. So I don't know if you can still find this, but if you can, I don't know, sometimes it's not there and sometimes it is. I'm not sure if it's still available. Mine broke. I've had it for a while. This is Cognac Candy from Fenty Beauty. What I like about this one is that it literally is just a sheer sparkly powder. So it's just going to add a sheen to the body. This is what I usually do, is I put it all, like, if you just get a brush and you just buff it. I don't know if this brush is gonna work. This brush is not working. Anyway, you guys can see the little sparkle, can't you? You just put it on your chest, you put it on your body, you put it on your legs, and when you go out in the sun, you will sparkle and you will look so beautiful, but it doesn't add a color or any kind of powder look. It's just a sheer sparkle. It's super beautiful, but sometimes they don't have it, so I don't know if they're gonna have it. I haven't checked, but if they do, cool. If they don't, sorry about your luck. I will link everything either here on the side or in the description box. Whatever I can't link here will be in the description box. Fenty Beauty Trophy Wife. Sometimes it's sold out, sometimes it's available. Like I said, I haven't checked any of these, but if you can find it, grab it. The Trophy Wife is a yellow, it's like a super yellow gold highlighter, and it's like, you look at it and you think I would never wear that, but it is so pretty. And the reason I love these so much is they're amazing on the eyelids as like a shadow. Can we see? It's a funny angle. Oh yeah, you can see. Okay, but what I like to do is mix it with the What a Brat, which is really pink. And so alone you're like, what on earth? That's really pink. I'm not gonna put that on as a highlighter. But when you mix it, so I'll swatch it separately so you guys can see. Oh God, it's so pretty. Look at that. It's so beautiful. It's just like this really pretty, there we go. You guys can see how pink it is. But then when you put it on top of the Trophy Wife, it creates this like perfect champagne-y color. The gold and the pink together, they're so pretty, and you buff that all over your body and it's literally perfection. Like, let me just show you on my arm. So you go back and forth between the pink and the yellow and you buff it. It helps if you have moisturizer on. I don't have any on right now. Oh, you can still see it. Do you guys see the sheen that it gives your skin? Let me put it on the top of my arm. Oh, I love it so much. It's so pretty. It like literally just glows up the skin. It makes you look so sparkly. It's not even showing, but when you go out in the sun, it's honestly the most beautiful thing ever. And when you layer those two together on top of, let me just spray it because I'm so dry right now. Let me just see if I spray it, will you guys be able to see it better? When you put it on your eyes layered, it is the most beautiful sparkly eyeshadow. It's so beautiful. Can you guys tell? It just makes you sparkle. It's so pretty. And I put it all over my chest, I put it on my shoulders, I put it on my leg. Like I literally put it all over when I'm going to the beach. And then Ginger Binge Moscow Mule is like a duo. This one is definitely more of like a blush, but it's kind of like a highlighter as well, because like this one is like really, it's technically more of a blush. Yeah, it's definitely more of a blush. They've got like a kind of, it's almost like a dusty rose kind of peachy kind of color. They're really sparkly, really pretty, really shimmery, just super beautiful. And it's like a really good blush topper. Or you could put it underneath and then you put your powder on top and then you just glow from underneath, and it's so pretty. I also would highly recommend, if Sephora has it, I can't remember if they do or not, the Bobbi Brown Moonstone. I have it on my right here and it is just so sparkly and pretty. It just gives, I'll get close up once I'm done. Same with Space Cowboy. That's another really beautiful one that you can use as a highlighter topper or on your lids as a sparkle topper. And Moonstone has a little bit more of that champagne color. The Space Cowboy is a little bit more sheer. It just kind of puts down the sparkle. Also, I have extensions in today. Aren't they so fun? I feel like such a mermaid. They're from Irresistible Me. They're so beautiful. I like, seriously, now I want like full-on extensions. These are just clip-ons. They're so amazing. They're the 24-inch and they are so much fun. Moving on to liquid blushes. So I have a few that I would absolutely recommend to everyone. The very first liquid blush that I say everyone needs is Rare Beauty Happy. And this formula is like nothing else. It's so, the wand is fat. You don't need much. It's so pigmented. It's literally the most pigmented liquid blush out there. Happy is like the perfect, like, poppy pink. Like, it's just so vibrant and pink and happy. It's perfect. This one is new to me. I've been using it as a lip color as well as a blush. It's super pretty. It's a little bit more natural. It's a perfect peachy color. Again, super fat wand. This is Say, and the color is peachy, and it's like a perfect peachy, like, it's just the perfect peach color. It looks like it's super light and you're like, oh, that's not going to show up as a blush on me, but it does. I don't know what it is. It gives you like the most beautiful glow like if you're just wanting to look dewy and like, ooh, I'm so fabulous and young, this is the one. Same with this. They both give you like a really pretty dew to the skin without looking greasy. Refi is another really beautiful one if you're looking for a good peachy color. This is their cream blush. I don't love the formula as much as those two ones. It's the total dupe for Plain Koi from MAC. So I actually got it as a lip product, but it is also a really pretty blush. It's a little bit more pinky than peachy, but it's super duper beautiful. But I do prefer the way that the liquid blushes, the former liquid blushes that I just showed you, blend a little bit better. So I usually use that Refi one as a lip color. And then the Patrick Ta, this is a duo, so you get powder and cream. The only complaint that I have is literally every single cat hair that could ever walk this earth, or fly this earth, should I say, gets stuck in this one. I don't know why. None of my cream blushes have cat hair stuck in it, except for these ones. Like, I don't know what it is, but like every little fluff, it just attracts to them and then it just gets stuck and you cannot get them out. But She's a Doll is so pretty. Very similar to Happy, actually. It's got that really fun, cool toned pink to it. It's a really pretty finish as well. Gives you that super beautiful glow. I use the powder more often just because it's easier. And I'll just put it here. It's just a really fun, like hot Barbie pink. So who's ready for the Barbie movie? It looks really cheesy, but honestly, I'm just watching it for Ryan Gosling. Like, I don't care about anyone else but Ryan. It's the wink and the goo chum. What did I just say? Goo chum. What am I trying to say? Gum chew. And I did do a full TikTok breaking it down for every single thing. So I'm basically filming this twice. My voice is getting a bit tired. It's fine. As far as powders go, my favorite powder blush from Sephora is number 29 Fascinated from the Sephora collection. Sephora collection is 300% off. I wish. 30% off right now. They've come out with new colors. So now they have like a bunch of new shades. This is not coming off as fabulous as it is. How rude. It's like this really hot orangey coral, and it's like literally just the best color. It doesn't even swatch that good. Like, you don't even look at it and think, wow. But it's what I wear pretty much all the time. It's just a really hot coral. I have it on today. It's super duper beautiful. It warms up the face. If you have a tan, you need this color because it warms up the skin. It just adds a little bit of life back into you after you put foundation, and it has the most beautiful sheen, and it looks stunning on the face. Like, it's so good, and it's super affordable. Okay, next are the Dior blushes. So these are the Dior Backstage. This one is the Rosy Glow in Coral, and it's just this really pretty coral toned blush. There we go. So this one is super beautiful. It's like that perfect like pinky peach. It's funny because they really don't swatch the greatest, but they're super beautiful on. But that's the color compared to the Coral, or I'm sorry, the Fascinated. So Coral is definitely more of like a true peach, whereas Fascinated is like a true coral. But these are really beautiful. They blend out really nicely. They're quite subtle, like you can build them up quite a lot. It's not one of those ones where you barely press it and you're like, ah! It's like you can build them up a little bit. This one is like a blue toned pink. So this one is called, it's just called Pink, and it's literally just a cool, like icy blue toned pink. And even though they look matte when you look at them, they have like a little bit more of a sheen to them. So they do give you a bit of a glow on the face. They're really, really pretty. Right now, this pink one it's not showing up on me the greatest because I'm a little bit tanner, but it is really pretty when I'm not as tan. I would say I would reach more for the coral over the pink. Pinker Times Ahead from the Too Faced Cheek Popper is like a really fun, cool toned cheek topper. So it's almost like a highlighter, but you can see it has like that very icy kind of cool toned pink. So it just adds like a little bit of like a fun sheen to the cheeks. And then this one is from Sephora collection as well. This is the Peach Blossom. It's a really beautiful peachy duo. And I don't know what it is about Sephora collection, but they really are winning with the blushes. You can see how beautiful that is. Doesn't give you as much of a sheen to the cheeks as the Fascinated because it's kind of more of, it's matte, but there's definitely like a kind of, there's a glow to it, but there's not like a shimmer. Charlotte Tilbury always looks crap. It literally, like, I look at it in the thing and I'm like, that looks so boring. That doesn't even, it doesn't even look like it's gonna be anything exciting. But then when I put it on the cheeks, I'm like, why is it so amazing? Just the perfect peach color, pinky peach. Doesn't swatch great, doesn't look anything special, but when you put it on the face, it always looks amazing. We have the House Labs. These are so amazing. Oh my gosh. Pomelo Peach is just the best peachy color. It's so beautiful if you have a tan, if you're looking for just a good matte peach blush. This is the one. There's actually a little bit more of a pink tone to it compared to some of the other peachy colors that I have, but they're really pigmented. You don't need very much. A little bit goes a long, long way with these. And then I also have the Dragon Fruit Days. This one's like hot, like magenta. It reminds me of like Blue's Clues. And this is something that you just barely need any. It's kind of like a purpley on the skin. Like it kind of, oh, my light just went off. Blue sky dude, we can too.
Very, very interesting view.
So interesting.
How's your voice hurting?
I've been talking for like, what time is it?
12:20.
I've been talking for like 2 hours straight.
About what?
Sephora sale.
Love you, bye.
Anyway, this is the Dragon Days, or whatever it's called, Dragon Fruit Days. So you can see it's kind of like a little bit more of a purple color, but there's all the colors. Hopefully you guys can see those. So as far as palettes go, I would say the Patrick Top, both of the palettes are amazing. They're super duper beautiful. They are just so pretty. They make my eyes water, unfortunately, so I don't wear them as much as I would like to, but if they didn't make my eyes water, I would be wearing them every single day because they are so, so pretty. These are all so sparkly and so just like, oh, delicious. They just, oh my god, they're just amazing. The mattes are super beautiful. They blend super well. They're pigmented. And then you've got 2 cream colors here to use as a base to make any of these colors really super duper pigmented. So that one's the Major Dimensions 2. And then this one is just the original. And honestly, this one for me is like everyone's dream palette. If I didn't have an allergy to it, or just eyeshadows in general, I would wear this one every single day. This would replace my Red Aspen because it's like the perfect neutral palette. And these shades are just so amazing. Like, they're just, you cannot get better than them. I really want them, the Make It by Mario one, but it's sold out, which is very rude. But you've also got the cream colors for your base if you want to do a smoky eye. It's just, you can't go wrong with this palette. Unless you have a watery eye like I do, then you definitely can, because it makes my eyes water like nobody's business, but it's so pretty. The Urban Decay Moon Dust shadows, you can't go wrong with. They're my favorite. I love Lithium. Lithium is like a really pretty taupey gray. They're super duper sparkly. They're so sparkly. Solstice is a shifty kind of red to green. It's kind of like a greeny, like reddish color. It's so fun on the eyes. And then Space Cowboy I can use on my face as a highlighter. I can use on my eyes as like just a sparkly topper. Really sheer. So you're basically just getting more of a sparkle than a actual color. So that one is definitely the most, like if you're just looking for a good sparkle topper, that one is gonna work for everyone. Like it's not gonna really put down a color. If I had to only buy one, I would buy Space Cowboy. I'm not sure if Stila is at Sephora or not, but the Kitten Kaleidoscope is what I have on my eyes today, and it's so pretty. It's a liquid sparkle and it's so, so pretty. It's like, it's got all these like pink and purple and like different colored sparkles in it. They're so pretty and they last all day. They stay on the eyes. They're just like really pretty, especially for weddings. Oh. And then again, I don't know if this is available at Sephora, but I'm not gonna sit here and like look it all up. We'll find out later when I do all the links. But Bobbi Brown Moonstone is another one. It's a little bit more of a champagne sparkle, but again, really sparkly. So you can add it to the lid, you can put it on your face. I do have it on my face here today, and it's really, really pretty. So those two are just super beautiful. If you can't find them at Sephora, grab them anyway, because they're amazing. And then I have 3 mascaras that I would recommend. Cils Booster XL is my favorite primer ever because it's a lash conditioner as well as a primer. So it's going to actually help your lashes as you wear it. Lancome Cils Booster, I just said that. Lancome Hypnose Drama is my favorite mascara because it gives me volume, length, drama, lashes. It's curved, it's not stabby, and it always makes my lashes look bomb, and it doesn't make my eyes water, and it does not make my eyelashes break off when I try to remove it, which is number one with mascara. And then when I'm doing a natural makeup day, if I'm just wearing a tinted moisturizer or just like super just chill makeup, I just use the Say. I have no idea what it's called, but it looks like this. I will link it either here or down below along with everything else. It's got like a really interesting little wand, and it does a really good job of giving you like a good dramatic natural lash. So those are my three favorites. And then as far as brow products go, I just have the Grande Brow 2-in-1 tinted brow gel and brow enhancing serum in the color Light. This is what I use to keep my brows in place. It's also tinted, so it gives me a little bit of like a kind of color, but it's actually a brow conditioner. So it's actually gonna help your brows grow as you wear it, and it definitely works. And then the Kosas Air Brow Clear Lifting Treatment Gel. This is like so tiny, but it's just a clear gel. That's what I use on the days that I'm not wearing any, like if I'm doing natural makeup, I won't put brow product in my brows. I'll just do a clear gel to brush them up, and that'll be it. Kitten Kaleidoscope won't even come off when I rub it. It's on there for life. Now we're gonna move on to lip products. Let me just give my back a break for a minute. I've been sitting straight for like hours, and it's killing my back. It's not used to sitting up so straight. It's used to being a hunchback. Okay, we're gonna move on to lip liners, then we're gonna move on to lipsticks, and then we're gonna move on to lip glosses, and then we will be finished, and then I can go eat because I'm starving, and Jay's calling me for a lunch break date. So Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk, my favorite lip liner out there. There is nothing better than Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. Iconic Nude is a little bit browner, so if you're looking for like that brown nude lip, that's gonna be the one for you. Hot Gossip is a little bit more warm. It's got a little bit more of that kind of like sienna, like kind of rusty color. And then I also like Super Size Me. That one's just a little bit more of like a berry tone. But Pillow Talk is what I'm wearing right now. It's what I will always be wearing. There's also a really beautiful color from Natasha Denona. This is Calla. Calla is like a really, it's kind of like a little bit more of like a mauvey brown color. Really creamy. Then we have the color, this one's really pretty. Completely Sepia. This one is from Makeup Forever. Really beautiful color. They're not as creamy. They're a pencil formula, so they don't blend quite as well. They don't kind of glide on quite as well, but it's a really pretty color. Nothing But Nude from the Sephora collection is a really good one if you're looking for something a little bit more on the brown side. And then I prefer Creme de la Creme because it's got a little bit more of a pinky tone to it. Then we're gonna move on to lipsticks. So my absolute favorite is Kim KW from Charlotte Tilbury. It's the best nudie peach color, and there is nothing, in my opinion, better than it. It is just so pretty. It's just the best. It's just the best color. I also really like the color Tease. This one's a little bit more pink, but very similar to the Kim KW. It's like literally just a slight bit pinker, and I'll get up close in a minute. I also love the color L24 from the Sephora collection. These are like really glossy, so they're kind of like a lipstick and a lip gloss into one, but it's a really good peachy nude color. I also have the color L23. That one is a little bit more on the peach side, kind of like more apricot-y. See how that one's like a little bit more peach? Like a true apricot color. I also love the color Room Service from Sephora collection. These are the Lip Stories. This one's really pretty in the summer if you're looking for like a peachy coral color. It's a true peach, like hot peach color. Then I also really love Opal from Tarte. These are the Lip Quench. This one reminds me so much of the Makeup by Mario, because they're super gooey, super shiny, almost like a lip mask, but in a stick formula. And it's got like a really pretty opal color. We've got Pink Glow. Mine's almost all gone. This is from Makeup by Mario. This is honestly more of like a lip mask. Again, it's like a lip mask in a stick form. Really pretty. These ones just make your lips look so luscious and wet and beautiful. Then I also have Nude Glow. Nude Glow is really good if you're just trying to neutralize a color. like if you've put too much of like a raspberry or a berry or a pink on your lip, Nude Glow is really good for neutralizing because it just has like that really creamy nude tone to it, but they're so glossy and so beautiful, and they make your lips look juicy and plump. Okay, Apricot from the Sephora collection Sheer Matte Lip Balm is so beautiful. It's like a really pretty peachy color, but it's a little bit more of a sheer formula. So it's like a little bit, it's like a lipstick and a tinted lip balm. And then Soft Sienna is really pretty if you're looking for a little bit more color to the lips. This would be really great to use if you don't have any makeup on and your lips are like looking dead. It adds just a really nice kind of like warm kind of sienna color. So those are all of the shades there. There we go. You guys can see them really, really well now without the light. So pretty. So those are all my favorite nude lipsticks. And then my favorite lip mask is any of the Laneige lip masks, but specifically the Gummy Bear. It's purple, so it literally just, I'm just gonna put some on. It just makes your lips look so good. Like, look at this. Oh my God, it takes away every single wrinkle. It smells like a grape now and later, so it's super yum. And it just makes your lips look so glossy and so beautiful, but it puts down like this perfect little purple tint. I've got so much lip gloss on right now. Juice caboose. I'm so hungry. Moving on to lip glosses, and then we're finished. So my favorite lip glosses of all time are the Dior lip oils. These are so beautiful. I love the color raspberry specifically. It's my absolute favorite. I will be ordering the coral color as well as the cherry color. They're sheer, but they add just a tiny little bit of a tint to your lips. They plump up your lips. They make your lips look huge. They make your lips look so beautiful, but they're not spicy. They just make your lips look healthy, and they're so pretty. And then berry I also love because it puts down a little bit of a kind of purpley color, and so it's really pretty to wear when you have nothing on your lips because it gives you just a little sheer tint of color. They're sheer, but they give you just enough color to where it's like you're looking good. And then the next one is Fussy from Fenty Beauty. That's Sweet Mouth. Fussy from Fenty Beauty. I love Cheeky as well, but I don't think they have Cheeky at Sephora. I think you have to get it from Fenty Beauty's website. But this right here is Fussy. So Fussy just puts down like a really pretty, like kind of like a natural pinky like lip color. I'm almost out of mine actually. I need to get another one. It's super pretty and it's kind of got little sparkles. It's just perfect. And then Sweet Mouth is a little bit more on the kind of creamy, milkier side of the pinks. It's like a creamy, like milky pink. It's super duper beautiful. They're so nice. The wand's amazing. They smell delicious. And they just make your lips look super juicy and are really, really amazing. And they're very hydrating as well, which I love. I also have Hot Chocolate. That one's really pretty too. That one gives you like a really nice, like kind of brownie, but it's got like little pink sparkles in it. It's super pretty. Super duper. The Clarins lip oils are really nice. I've got quite a lot of them. They're very similar to Dior lip oils, but I prefer the Dior just a little bit more. That's the red one. It looks like it's going to be intense. They're very sheer. That one is 03 Cherry. Oh, it smells so juicy. Then I have Purple. So that doesn't have much color. That one's really quite sheer. They smell so fruity and delicious. They smell like Mambas. And we have 01 Honey. That one's like, it looks orange. That one puts down a little bit of like a yellowish kind of tone. They all smell like Mamba, like a super juicy like raspberry Mamba. This one's 02 Raspberry, but I just feel like only a few of them have an actual tint. See, that one is the same color as the Dior, but the Dior puts down such a better color. Do you see what I mean? It's like almost super sheer. So they're a little bit more sheer than I would like, but they smell amazing. They're so fruity, and they are a nice formula as far as like the gloss goes. They feel good, but I prefer the Dior. The Dior ones smell like, they just kind of smell sweet, whereas the Clarins, they smell really fruity. Super duper fruity. Now we're gonna move on to some more lip glosses, and then we're finished, guys. I have been such a hard worker today. It's the back that really gets me tired. It's my freaking back sitting here. My boobs have gotten so much bigger again. I just need to stop eating, it's fine. They just keep getting bigger and they're making my back hurt again. So it's just like really painful. The Iconic Nude lip gloss or lip oils are also really, really pretty. And I like them because they actually have a wand that rotates. So it just glides on your lip. Instead of like moving with the lip, it glides over the lip. It rotates. Like the wand is really cool. So this one is called One to Watch. So see how the wand is like kind of like the whole thing rotates like a wheel. It's really cool. So when you put it on, do you guys see how the whole wand is rotating? Ah! These ones smell super juicy too. So that's One to Watch. So it's a little bit more of that tinted kind of, you know, like a little bit of a cherry color. She's a Peach is more of like a peachy, like very barely there. Like really, really sheer. If you're wanting one that has more of a tint, I'd go with the One to Watch. That one smells like peaches. Oh, it's so good. So, but they're really, really wet looking, super duper glossy. Kaja Gloss Shot is a really pretty milky color. This is called Milk Tea, and it's just a really pretty, like nudie, milky gloss. Not a whole lot of color. Smells kind of like vanilla. Anastasia Beverly Hills Peachy Lip Gloss is a super duper sparkly, kind of peachy pink with gold flecks of glitter. So it comes across almost like metallic on the lips. They're really, really sparkly. Smells like vanilla frosting. Amber Sparkle is another really, really almost like metallic. It's so sparkly from Anastasia. If you're looking for a sparkle, I would go with Amber Sparkle. That one's the sparkliest of all. And I'll get up close in a second. And again, smells like frosting. Oh my gosh, I was watching Lola Marie on Instagram. She was talking about this rainbow chip dip. I screenshot it. I'm gonna make it. I need to, but like, you know what? I'm gonna do it anyway because like, oh, I'm such a rebel like that. Yeah, buddy, I'm finished. So there's the lip glosses. You can see how sparkly they are. So that's Amber Sparkle and that's Peachy and that's Kaja. And then those are the Iconic Nude ones. So those are all of my favorites from Sephora. I hope you guys found that helpful. Oh, I didn't even do body. God, I'm too tired. I can't be bothered, you guys. I seriously cannot. Basically, any of this Sol de Janeiro stuff is great. Perfumes. Oh my God, I could do a whole separate video for perfumes. This is just, I'm tired. I need to go eat. I need to take a break. Maybe I'll do another one for body and fragrance. I don't really have a lot of hair products that I use from Sephora, but I do have a lot of body products and perfumes that I use from Sephora. So that will be a separate video because I'm just tired. My back is really hurting. I just need to like take a break and I need to go and like eat and like not sit in this position because my back is killing me trying to sit up straight for this long. And I just like need to take a moment. So I will be back in a separate video with my body favorites and my fragrance favorites from Sephora because I do have some new ones that I really love and I've gotten new products from last year. So I'll do that in a separate video. I hope you guys found this helpful. This is all just makeup and I hope that you guys all have a wonderful day and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.